Is life coming at you fast and furious these days? Especially right now. Many of us on our spiritual awakening path right now are feeling some very interesting energies. I'm not going to call them negative. And very interesting energies. Is that you? If so, this message is for you. Hello, welcome to another episode of A Few Minutes with Marvin. I inspire those who aspire to make positive changes in their lives. And yeah, are you feeling it? And I'm not just talking about the regular energies, coming up on full moon energy, coming off of retrograde energies. I'm talking about energies that are forcing us to make decisions, like life-changing, life-altering decisions. Is that you? It certainly is me, and it's certainly a lot of my friends. Some friends that are reaching out that I haven't heard from in a while are reaching out to me. Family members are sharing experiences that they're having in this now moment. Some of my family members are experiencing death of friends, death of pets. And that's not all that's happening. Because from my perspective, some of those things are going to happen more. And it's time to make a choice, make a very conscious choice on, do you stay on your divine path, or do you allow these energies and these events and these experiences to bring you back, take you back to square one? It's a real thing right now. And from my perspective, and the downloads that I'm getting, it's going to be like this for a few weeks to a few months. And I know some of you don't want to hear that, because these energies are pulling at us. These experiences are making us doubt, or making us think, what is going on, right? Making us pause just long enough to get our attention, right? And that's okay, right? Like I always say, nothing is a good or bad experience, but now you have to make a clear decision. If it's something that's from your past that you know that you've already healed and transmuted and alchemized and you let go, now it's time to ask that. Who are you, right? What aspect is this trying to pull at me, right? What lower vibrational energy is tugging on me? I mean, really hard, harder than a kid who wants to, go to the candy store. and it's coming in different ways, right? For different people. But it's manifesting in illusion. In other words, if it's something that you've done in your past, that you've healed, that you transmuted, and there's really no reason for it to be here, but it's here again, it's not about saying, oh, I still have something to heal. No. There's an illusion here, right? There's energies that don't want to disappear for good, and that's what's happening. And that's a choice you have to make. Now, do you go back and say, well, I guess I didn't heal that, I got to do more work? There's a time for that, and you already did that work if you're watching this video. This time it's, wait a minute, no, I've been down that road before and I've taken care of that. This doesn't need to be here anymore. Now it's about setting a hard boundary with love. You may say, well, how's that possible? You have to treat it with kid gloves. You keep telling us you have to experience it, right? Absolutely. if it's something new or something that you haven't healed, then it's time for you to take it in, nurture it, allow it to be there, right? All those buzzwords that I use, the awareness, and then allow it to flow through you. This is different. This energy is different. This energy is trying to bring you back and saying, no, no, you missed something. Now you have to make a decision, right? You've dealt with this before. It keeps coming back up. It's going to keep coming up, right? Because it wants attention. It doesn't want to be healed. It wants to be in charge again. That's what's happening for me and many of my friends right now. And they're feeling it in their own ways, right? Their own unique ways. Some of it's manifesting in sorrow. Some of it's manifesting in anger, right, out of nowhere. Some of it's manifesting in tragedy, right? It's different for all of us. So really take the time now to think, is there something that, just coming out of the blue, and I don't know where it's coming from, it doesn't belong to me, or I've healed it before. You have to decide to say, I see you, right? Call it out. I see you. What's going on? You got to talk to these things. You got to do some what I call medicinal dialogue. Have a conversation with this. Say, I see you're there. I don't know why you're here. Is there a reason? And who are you? Right? It's not me. Who are you? You have to call these events out, these energies out, these people that are coming back to you, that don't have your best interest at heart, out, and say, no, I do not consent. I do not consent to this experience. I do not consent to allowing this situation that's occurring right now to drag me into low vibrations. I still love you. I'm releasing you with love and detaching with love. This is it. You cannot fool me anymore. You cannot lull me into a false sense of worthiness or maybe I missed something state of mind. That doesn't exist with me anymore. You have to set a hard boundary. And again, say I love you, but you have to leave. I do not consent. Who are you? Are you ready to do that? Are you ready to take a hard line? Not against anything. Just standing in your truth. The truth that you now know. That cannot be taken from you. The fact that you are the I am that I am. There is no other I. If you've had trauma in your past where you labeled yourself as a victim of something, and those feelings are coming back, or some of those people are coming back, the way to transmute that now is it's like, wait a minute, I am not a victim of anything. And if I say that to myself again, I need to identify who is the I, and say, there is no such I anymore. There is no I am a victim of anything anymore. So, you've been healed. I've released you. It's time for you to move on. Die, as it were. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of these things that are coming in, we're still human, right? We're still going to feel these feelings, right? Allow yourself to feel it in a moment, but if it doesn't feel right anymore, You don't have to sit in it. Yes, if you've lost somebody, or you lost a dear pet or a loved one, yes, those are the feelings that, out of respect and reverence for that soul, for that deep connection you had with that beautiful soul, mourn the soul. Absolutely. Take your time, right? Process it how you need to, with whatever emotions are there. But just know that in that time of your vulnerability, other aspects may be coming in to pull on your heartstring, right? To take advantage of your sorrow. And at some point, you're going to have to flip the switch and say, yes, I'm going to miss this beautiful soul, but congratulations on your next journey. Because that soul's moving on. It didn't die. That physical form died. And I know that's hard to deal with. But the more that you get in alignment with that death is not an ending, and there's nothing to be sad about, that you should look at it as a celebration of that soul's journey, then you can get yourself back into your positive thoughts, right? Still having respect and reverence for that beautiful soul. But you don't have to wear it as a patch, a black patch on your sleeve. You don't have to wear it on your face so that you get sympathy, right? It's time for you to start recognizing what's real and what's not real. And start making new decisions when it comes to old situations. Decide not to go back to them if it doesn't resonate with you, unless it was something that you didn't take care of, right? But if something that you addressed, you're satisfied that you've done all the work with it, then it's time to take a hard line. Say no. And it'll come back 20, 30, 40 times, right? Throughout the next few weeks, next couple months. You're being tested, Light Warrior. We're all being tested in our own unique ways. And it's going to show up like it's meant to for you. Awareness is the key here, as it always is. Just be aware that when situations are coming in, you need to analyze them more now, right? And then make a decision on how you're going to proceed forward. Are you going to go and do some work with it? Are you going to go and seek guidance to heal it? And if you feel strongly in that regards, then yes, that's the right answer. But if you're like, no, I don't know, this doesn't feel right, it doesn't make sense, then it doesn't make sense. And it's just an energy that's trying to pull you back. Because as I said in other videos, the timelines are splitting, and you need to make a decision. There's no more keeping your toes in the murky waters of the 3D. What does that mean? What does it look like for you? I don't know. What does it look like for me? For me, it's decluttering more, right? Get rid of more stuff, not adding more, right? Analyzing what I'm doing spiritually and saying, is that, do I need to continue this particular practice? What's it benefiting me? How's it benefiting me? Is there something new that I might be looking at? And then listening for the signs and synchronicities. And if there is, go on that path and start releasing some of the old practices and rituals that I've had. That's what it looks like for me. And a lot of what I do now, because some energies came in, I put in other videos, it's just recognizing that they're getting harder. They don't want to go away. So sometimes I can't let them go as I believe I should, because they come up in different forms. So now it's just keeping myself grounded. That is what I'm doing here. I'm grounding on this tree. The other day, a couple days ago, I had such an energy at work that just was like, whoa, and things were going wrong technology-wise at work, and I'm like, whoa, there's something up. And I went straight home, went right out the back door, and laid down on the ground, on the grass. I'd laid full earthing mode, and asking Mother Gaia to help me transmute the energy, because it was bugging me so much throughout the day, through the day before. It was all accumulating, and it wound up in this big thing at work that could have turned ugly if I allowed it to. But I was like, no, it happened. I'm going to deal with it. But it was just getting me. The energies, the negative thoughts were coming in, the anger was coming in. I'm like, no, this isn't me. So what I needed to do was, I asked for help from Mother Gaia, from the Supreme Being. Said, look, help me transmute this. I don't know what it is. It's nothing that's me, because I am that I am. There is nothing else. God is the I am. So what this is not me. But it was strong enough for me to say, hey, I could use a little assistance. And I did. So if you need that assistance, there's plenty of, if you have a very good connection with your guides, your angels, archangels, spirit guides, guardian angels, with God, with the Supreme Being, the universe, start making those connections again. Because this is when we need to be strong. Because if we don't, then those energies are going to start going after the people who can't do this for themselves. Because our next journey is to do once we've done all the work for ourselves, is to turn around and start giving a hand up to all those who are stuck on that ladder, who just can't seem to pull themselves up a little bit more. That's our job. That's our next step. But if we are allowing ourselves to be weak, then we're gonna start going down the ladder and taking those people back down with us. So I don't want to do that. I hope that you don't want to do that. So if you need an encouragement, or just to help process this or help transmute it, right? And you lost a little bit of connection with your guides and it's not happening the way you want it to, please hit me up. Here's the link to my website. Let's talk. Maybe I can give you some resources. Maybe we can work together. However it benefits you. That's what I'm turning around now, and whoever's right there, on that last notch that just, they're dangling there because they just don't have the strength anymore. I'm here to help you, and I hope you do reach out. It would be my honor and pleasure to help you. However it resonates for you, obviously. But I can share my experiences. So continue to do the work, but only the necessary work. And whatever doesn't need to be there anymore, put a hard line. Set a boundary. And say, nope, that's done. It doesn't need to follow me anymore. And continue to ground. Grounding is so important. Grounding is so important. So that's what the energies are calling me to do. If this resonates with you, then I really do suggest you start grounding more intentionally and asking the ground source to transmute some of these energies that you're having a hard time, right? Because they're piling up. They're dogpiling us, or they're trying. Don't let them. Set your boundaries. You're powerful. Say I love you, but no, I do not consent. And that'll do the trick. So I hope this message reaches you. I have faith that you're doing well and that you're seeing this clearly. And if you're not, I hope this message reaches you so that you can. If you like the contents of this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, leave a comment. I'd love to know if you're experiencing this right now. Many people need to know this. We need to share this, right, so that others can find it. And if you're so inclined, please subscribe to my channel. I'm truly grateful. Stay in tune with yourself. Know that you've done the work. There's no more work to be done. If there is, you'll know it. But if there isn't, set a boundary against it. And have an amazing day. The key to getting through these energies, these intense energies, is remembering that you are an eternal spiritual soul. having a temporary human experience. And so are these others, right? So love yourself and love those aspects as well. Those energies don't want love. I know that sounds very simple, but trust me, when you embrace those energies with love, say, oh, I see you, I love you, I release you, hard boundary, but still love you. They stop coming around when they cannot bring you into lower vibrations. Love. It's always about love. I love you. Love yourself and love others. Unconditionally, non-judgmentally. And your world will change. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me. I am beyond grateful. Many blessings.